Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Tea and Tarot. Today we have, I wanted to do a yes or no question and answer, but I had a message from Spirit saying it could be that way, but if I felt there were some messages that needed to come through for some people. So I've laid it out like a yes or no question and answer, but it's actually going to be messages from Spirit, your guide, angels, God, however you want to see it. But in these piles are going to be messages that you right now need to hear. You may need to hear all of them. You may need to hear just one set. It's completely up to you. Pardon me, sorry. So we have set 1, set 2, set 3. I'll try and remember to put the times of each reading down below. So if you want to fast forward to your specific set, you can listen to the whole thing. So without further ado, we're just going to crack straight on with it. I have pulled a crystal for each set as well today. I'll go with the crystal meaning at the end. So deck 1, we have the cards, Page of Chalices, and Creative Expression. I laughed when I pulled these actually. Well, they pretty much jumped out at me, to be fair, because it's pretty much the same card. The message here is fairly clear. Obviously with this one, Creative Expression. It's a really pretty fairy. You can see there's lots of colourful butterflies around her. Her wings represent a butterfly. Like, you get more of the butterfly energy with this card. She looks quite at peace. Like maybe she's thinking about what she might want to create. And Page of Chalices, as we can see, she has some art supplies around her. She's with the water, like near a stream or a lake. Stream, sorry, here. And if you can see there, she's holding a chalice or a cup. So there's lots of watery energy, lots of sort of Piscean energy, I want to say. Obviously, it could relate to a Pisces. It could relate to any water sign, so Scorpio and Cancer as well. I'm just getting a bit of Piscean energy. Sort of go with the flow energy, creativity. As you can see, she's got an easel, she's got paints, and she's carrying a chalice as well. So this is saying to me, looking at both cards, the feeling I got was there's been a bit of a blockage somewhere, I feel. Especially while looking at this card, like there's a free flowing river in the background. It feels like things might have been a bit stuck and stagnant in the recent past, or maybe even recently, maybe even now, but this might help clear up any blockages regarding that. I feel like you sort of need to let go, sort of go with the flow a little bit more, and I feel like a creative passion might help undo that blockage, might help clear away this stagnant energy that's around you or has been around you, I feel. Doesn't have to be painting, obviously, that's represented in this card. It could be singing, dancing, music, however creativity pops up in your mind, however it works for you. But you don't even have to be very good at it. It just sort of helps get you into the mind space of not blocking things. You just sort of go into a flow, don't you? Like a lot of people say, oh, I just got into a flow, whether that's singing, dancing, drawing, writing, painting. You find a flow. Don't judge yourself. Like in the Page of Chalices here, it's quite childlike energy. When children draw and paint, they don't sit back and think, oh, this hand painting is terrible. Usually, like when a child comes back from primary school or nursery or something like that, they're really happy to show you quite a messy picture, and you love it because they've clearly had fun doing it. They've enjoyed doing it, and children are usually quite happy, barring the odd tantrum, because they let their creativity flow. There's space to do that, and there's no judgment. They're just doing it because it feels good, because they enjoy it. They enjoy working with it. So I feel like maybe tap into a bit of childlike energy. Don't judge yourself, just let the energy flow and create in whatever way that means to you. Just popped into my head as well, like this fairy's dress here. It's very pretty. It could even be designing, could be sewing, could be making something. It could be to do with your career as well, but the feeling I just keep getting repeated to me is it's going to help clear some sort of blockage. It could be career-wise, either you could be feeling blocked in your career, but I feel just absolutely no pressure, just for the joy of doing it. Tap into some creativity that you enjoy to do, or that you've forgotten about doing, like playing an instrument, picking up your paints again, something along those lines. I feel just do it for the sake of having fun, like a child. Don't judge yourself, just do it because it brings you joy. So I pulled with that. It's called Peacock Ore. It looks more like a rock, but I don't know if you can see all the colours that great on screen, but as you can see, it's quite colourful. It sort of like all reflects the different colours you'd see in a peacock. It's very pretty. It's really good for creative energy, moving blockages. As you can see, it is such a pretty stone. You can see why it would be linked to creativity. So if you can get any, or you have some, or even just these kinds of colours like rainbowy, iridescent type colours might be good to work with. Maybe sit and meditate with some. Maybe visualise these colours if you want to meditate, that kind of thing. I feel like that will be helpful in regards to pile 1 here. So without any more rambling, let's get into set number 2. We have the World Tree and Letting Go. Again, this is a very similar message. I can see why both cards again sort of jumped out at me. This one literally flew out at me. I feel like there's something in your life right now, or recently has left your life, that you've just let go of, or you need to let go of. Whether that's a job, an idea, a way of things, like a way you usually would do things, but it just isn't working right now, and you're thinking, why isn't this working? Let go. Try and do it a different way, or maybe let go of the entire idea and go back to the drawing board. But I'm getting the feeling of completion with the World Tree. As you can see, it's sort of representing each season, like summer, spring, autumn, winter. I feel like something's at a completion or finished a cycle. It says to me, you need inner work, and that will help your outer reality as well, like the roots of a tree. And at the bottom it looks like a snake, but it's actually called a dragon in the book, at least. Serpent dragon, however you want to phrase it, though, it represents knowledge. So I feel, because it's down near the roots, self-knowledge, getting clear on how you feel about yourself or the situation, your values, your thoughts, inner knowledge, inner wisdom, because trees also represent wisdom. But I feel like you're gaining, or you have gained or are gaining self-knowledge and wisdom, because I feel like this cycle is at a completion and you've learned a lot. You do need to apply what you've learned, however, and good things will come in. Just don't block it. Let go of whatever needs this cycle that needs, this cycle that is finishing. Don't keep hold of it. Take the lessons you need to have learnt from this cycle, from this lesson, from the self-knowledge, the growth you've made. Take that and use it, but let go of the cycle. Don't keep repeating it. You have learned what you need to learn. You have gone through what you need to go through. Don't keep repeating it. Let it go. Keep what serves you. Let go of the rest, I feel, is what this is saying to me here. I feel like you've had to go through quite a lot of clearing and healing maybe as well with this, which is why I felt drawn to pull This is one of my larger pieces. I'm hoping you can see it better on the screen. One of my larger pieces of clear quartz. Very good for clearing energy, healing energy. As I mentioned, it's one of like the master crystals. I feel like working with this would be very good. Get really clear on who you are, what you want, you know, what it is you need to release, and the cycle that is being complete, so that you don't keep going over it, because you have learned the lessons this cycle is trying to teach you. You do have self-knowledge. You have done the inner work, or maybe you need to just finish this little bit of inner work and let your inner thoughts, feelings, ideas, the things you've learned, showing your outer reality, and let go of the things that aren't serving you anymore. So that's pile number 2. I hope that was helpful, guys. Pile number 3. We do have 3 cards here, just because they jumped out at me and I had the really strong feeling to just keep hold of these 2. So we have self-reliance and 7 of Wands and Ace of Athamas. So this is saying to me, there's a situation that you have to not fix or completely be alone on, but it's important that you know you can deal with this on your own. Not that you're on your own, but it's important to rely on yourself. Have the confidence to rely on yourself is what I feel it's saying. Self-confidence. You are capable of dealing with whatever it is that's happening right now, or that you are going through, or needs clearing or healing. You have what you need inside you to do it. So rely on yourself. Don't be afraid to rely on yourself. Obviously, ask for help if you need it, but don't be afraid to rely on yourself. You are your own best friend. When you get a gut feeling or a nagging feeling in the back of your head, listen to it. I feel it's very important to listen to yourself right now. That's followed by the 7 of Wands. So you may do things quite differently to other people, which is why I feel, in this instance at least, self-reliance is important, so you know what's right for you, what works best for you. 7 of Wands symbolises you do things a little bit differently. Doesn't mean you have to do it completely strange or roundabout way, but you do it in a way that works for you, and it does work. You may need a little bit of assistance. As you can see, she's stood on a stool, but she has all these wands here on the wall that are very beautiful. Yeah, I get the feeling she's made herself, or collected, or curated. But she's good at it. They're beautiful. They're well set out. It's a nice display. So rely on yourself to know that you can do whatever it is that needs doing in this situation, and don't be afraid to do it differently, is what I'm getting from this. That's paired with Ace of Athamas. This is saying clarity, good fortune, good things are coming in. You're becoming clear on what you want. You're forging ahead. It's like you've cut away anything that isn't working, or any drama, or anything that isn't serving you, so that you can think clearly. Like, we can see there is clouds here, but it looks like they're passing through. And we have these little dandelions, but there's one that's sort of like, I should call like a wish flower. There's little wishes here. So it's saying something new and something good, like wishes are coming in. Prosperity is coming in. Good things are coming in. But it's very important to listen to yourself and do things your way in order for this to come in, and to have the mental clarity. Like I said, seeking guidance is fine, but if you're bombarded with other people's messages and thoughts, you're not going to be clear on what you want. As you can see, this atom is quite sharp, so you have quite a sharp intellect. You've cut away what isn't serving you. You know, you could, the thought has just come to me, sharp as attack, like you have the mental clarity, you are smart enough to do these things. So don't let other people's thoughts, judgments, opinions affect your clarity. It's the feeling I'm getting from this card. I pulled with that. crystal. Again, you could say it's similar to clear quartz, but it's just more linked to the angelic realm. I've mentioned before, but if you haven't seen the videos, if you look closely, if you can see the lines in the crystal are going horizontally, so they're coming this way rather than all down, which is usually how they are in crystals. So it's quite different. It's linked more to the angelic, the spiritual realm. It can help raise your vibration. Again, I think it's a good for clearing energy and blockages and tapping into your higher self or your guides and angels. Your guides and angels are sort of linked to your, sometimes when you get a gut feeling or a nagging thought in the back of your head, it is your guides and angels as well as your higher self. I feel like this might help you get to tap into your higher self or your angels for this situation that you need mental clarity on, to feel like it's okay to do things your way and rely on yourself, is what I'm feeling. This can be a little bit more expensive, but a piece this size isn't too much. Also these days it's not too hard to get hold of either. You can get it in most town centre shops, like crystal shops, esoteric shops, even online. So if you'd like to work with that, that's how you could work with that. I think they'll do it on jewellery. It could get expensive, so if you just wanted to find a little piece and carry it around with you, or meditate with it, place it on the chakra you feel may need clearing, set the intention to work with your higher self or your guides for this situation. I feel like that would be beneficial if you feel so inclined to do that. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, you could listen to all the messages and relate them all to you. You could take just one set of the messages and see how that relates to you, and hopefully that's answered your messages. If you have read listened to all 3 pile readings, the overall message I'm getting is rely on yourself, don't be afraid to do things your way, you'll get the mental clarity. Let go of what is no longer serving you, and you'll complete the cycle and don't be afraid of self-knowledge. Use the self-knowledge gained to complete the cycle, to feel safe to do things your way. And anything that brings you joy and creative expression will help clear any blockages, helping confidence in releasing and letting go and relying on yourself. So if you wanted to take the reading as a whole, that's how I'd read it. Like I said, I gave you each crystal meaning. If you felt drawn to a crystal in another pile, it's absolutely fine. Use what works for you. It is a general reading. But these were the messages I got today from Spirit, Guide, God, however you want to phrase it. Like I said, just as I was shuffling, the cards literally leapt out, and these were the messages that were presented in front of me today. So I hope they were as useful to you, whether you took 1 pile, 2 piles, or took it as a whole message. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for joining me. Leave a like and subscribe if you liked it. Have a fantastic day. Bye.